Of recent, the issue of building demolition in Abuja has gotten out of hand. A lot of Abuja residents has taken WIKE to court. In fact, some of these residents have gone to Very Dark Man, who is very popular for dragging institutions, dragging banks and individuals in public who have been perceived to have done wrong. This time around, he has dragged WIKE for demolishing people's buildings, even people who have C of O. And according to them, he is saying that WIKE is collecting these properties to give back to his friends. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe. Like this video, also leave your opinions in the comment section. Earlier today, Senator Ireti Kingibe tried, raising a point of order concerning an estate that was about to be demolished in Abuja. Although Akpabio previously did not allow her to speak, but later, when she had walked out and then came back into the chamber, she was then recognized and allowed to speak. And it will surprise you, the decision of the chamber, after all of the drama that occurred at first. Double action: Senate investigates FCT demolitions, orders Julius Berger MD's arrest. The Senate on Thursday sought an investigation into the recent demolitions in the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) and has set up an investigative committee to look into the matter. The committee will also invite the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, to appear before it to explain the reasons behind the demolitions, which have left many residents without homes. The motion, which was moved by Senator Ireti Kingibe of the FCT Senatorial District, expressed concern over the illegal demolition of structures in the nation's capital and called for an immediate stop to further demolitions. The Senate resolved to set up an investigative committee to look into the demolitions and report back to it within a specified time frame. The upper chamber also summoned the managing director of Julius Berger Nigeria PLC over the company's refusal to honor invitations to provide details on the Odin-Pani-Itu Highway project. The Odin-Pani-Itu Highway is located in Cross River State and Akwa Ibom State. It connects the town of Odin-Pani in Cross River State to Itu in Akwa Ibom State, serving as a critical link for transportation and economic activities in the South-South region. According to a motion sponsored by Senator Osita Ogu, Julius Berger has neglected and refused to honor invitations to provide details of their role in the project, despite receiving substantial public funds amounting to over 18 billion naira. The Senate has condemned the refusal of Julius Berger and other entities to honor lawful invitations, which constitutes contempt of the National Assembly and undermines constitutional authority. Furthermore, the Senate has invoked its constitutional powers to issue a warrant of arrest to compel the attendees of a managing director of Julius Berger at the rescheduled investigative hearing. You can imagine. By the way, Julius Berger is a foreign company. If they were to be in their homeland, in their own country, can their own House of Assembly members or can their own lawmakers invite them for a hearing and they would not go? They should have been arrested before now, safe. They should have been arrested. And to think that they have already been paid 80 billion naira, this is a billion naira in 18 places. They have already been paid that, and they still did not complete the project. They were asked to show up, to give their own version of the story so that they could, so that the Senate could hear them out. Yet they refused to show up. They refused to honor the invitation. Like, hey, God, now we're only in this country, like this Nigeria, and a pot of beans, so Because I don't understand why lawmakers would invite you as a company to come and show up and explain your role, why this particular project has not been completed, and you refuse to show up. Guys, let me know what you all think in the comment section. Before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Wingway says, this was the exact way WIKE used in Port Harcourt to allocate lands to himself and his associates. You see, it is not only WIKE that is in this same category. You know, governors, they will come into power, they will say they want to realize roads, or they want to make everywhere look nice, all of those shanties. You know, I understand that, you know, all of these shanties are places that criminals could hide, you know, to perpetuate all of those crimes that they do. Why we understand all of that? These governors would collect land from poor people who have spent most of their lives, you know, gathering this small money, putting them together to build properties for themselves, so that at least them and their family will have where to hide their head. So at least they will stop paying rent, or they will start collecting rent from other people in order to sustain themselves. And most of these people are retired, and they are able to just, you know, put their name, stamp their name on this property to call their own. And you as a governor, you become governor overnight through crooked means. And then you say that you want to duralize road, or you want to make everywhere look nice. You collect property from these poor people, and then you end up giving it to your friend. Tell me if God no go punish you. Hey, God. Tell me if God no go punish you. This is not just WIKE. A lot of these governors, they do it. A lot of these governors do it. They do it. They will collect properties. They will now allocate it to themselves and their friends. They will now reallocate the land. Tell me if that is not devilish behavior. Moving on, Boss says, WIKE is venting his frustration and losing of political ground in Rivers State on the citizens of FCT. It is called transfer of aggression. Who sent a message? Timothy says, WIKE is demolishing his critics and enemies building is good, as Senate call him to order. Solomon says, Nigeria is blessed with wicked government at politicians. Later, these are so-called politicians, they will be looking for people, Nigerians, to do PR for them outside the country. Imagine Shetima saying that Kemi Badenoch should remove Kemi from her name because she's talking about Nigeria in a bad way. Why don't you people just change instead? Why don't you change so that the narrative will change, so that people would not have any bad things to say about the country? So that people would not be forced to lie, because that is what you're expecting us to say when we get out of the country and we are being asked, how is Nigeria? How is the country? When we are being faced with the question, how is Nigeria, so that we don't have to lie. We just say the truth, that the country is good because our leaders are doing well. Another comment says, Akpabio and WIKE are 5 and 6. So this story is not going anywhere. Wicked WIKE and Robert Stamp Akpabio are working together for Tinubu. So this case died on arrival. Exactly what I said in the previous video I made. Akpabio and WIKE are apparently very close, so which was why he did not even want Iretikim Gibe to speak in the first place. I'm not surprised. You all, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain for now. I will see you all in my next video.